What if the tale we've been told about the 5 civilized tribes isn't the full story? These tribes, the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, Muskogee, and Seminole, were labeled as civilized by European settlers. This term, however, was not a badge of honor bestowed upon them, but rather a label of convenience. These tribes were recognized under this term due to their adoption of various European customs, such as farming techniques, centralized governments, and written constitutions. But this adoption was twofold: a balance of voluntary adaptation to coexist with the settlers and a pressured conformity to their way of life. The formation of these tribes was not a singular, orchestrated event, but a strategic survival approach, a slow process influenced by trade, military alliances, and the adoption of European customs. Yet, what if this narrative is incomplete? Dr. Clyde Winters suggests that we've only been shown a fraction of the tapestry that forms their true histories. But before we get into the rest of these explorers and scholars, we want to take a quick second to tell you about our special limited time offer. We are giving away free copies of our newest book, 13 Black Scholars Who Admitted There Were Black People in the Americas Before Columbus. This exclusive offer is our way of saying thank you for your incredible support. Dive deep into history with us and uncover truths that challenge what we've been taught. But hurry, this offer won't last forever. Click the link in the description and grab your free copy. Now let's get back to the video. Dr. Winters presents a compelling revisionist perspective that challenges the narrative we've been fed. He argues that the 5 civilized tribes, far from being homogeneous entities, were actually a mix of ethnicities, including significant numbers of Black indigenous peoples. He paints a vivid picture of these tribes as confederacies of different groups, formed in response to the pressures of European colonization and the encroachment of settlers on their lands. Dr. Winters contends that the term 5 civilized tribes is a misnomer that glosses over the complex and multifaceted origins of these groups. He insists that the amalgamation of these diverse groups into singular tribes under the 5 civilized tribes banner was a simplification that served colonial interests and narratives, erasing the rich tapestry of their true ancestries. Central to Dr. Winters' argument is a critique of the historical erasure of Black indigenous histories and contributions by colonial powers. He asserts that by framing the 5 civilized tribes in a way that emphasized their assimilation into European customs and downplayed their indigenous roots, colonial narratives effectively whitewashed the complexities of these communities' identities. Dr. Winters emphasizes the importance of recognizing the indigenous Black populations that have been an integral part of these tribes' histories. He reminds us that these populations predated and survived through the era of colonization and forced displacement, such as the infamous Trail of Tears. He also highlights the fact that the term 5 civilized tribes was not an honorific bestowed by the tribes themselves, but rather a label applied by European settlers and later American officials. This label was based not on the tribe's inherent characteristics or achievements, but on their adoption of various cultural and economic practices aligned with European American customs. In essence, Dr. Winters challenges us to reconsider the narrative surrounding the 5 civilized tribes and the ancestry of Black Americans. According to Dr. Winters, our understanding of the 5 civilized tribes and Black American ancestry is in need of a significant overhaul. So what does Dr. Winters' perspective mean for our understanding of history? Well, it's a call to reevaluate and revise our understanding of the past, particularly the narrative surrounding the indigenous populations of the United States. It highlights the need to acknowledge the indigenous Black populations within the 5 civilized tribes and their vital role in the broader ancestry of Black Americans. Dr. Winters' perspectives encourage us to delve deeper and challenge the colonial narratives that have for so long dominated our understanding of history. He urges us to reconsider the term 5 civilized tribes and what it represents. This term, while historically significant, is a simplification that glosses over the rich tapestry of these tribes' diverse ethnicities and complex origins. The tribes, as Dr. Winters posits, were not homogeneous entities. They were confederacies of various groups, including significant numbers of Black indigenous peoples. By recognizing this, we can better appreciate the multifaceted identities of these tribes and their unique histories. Moreover, Dr. Winter's arguments highlight the systemic erasure of Black indigenous histories. He brings to light the colonial power's role in marginalizing the histories and contributions of Black indigenous peoples. He emphasizes the need to acknowledge these indigenous populations, who were an integral part of the tribe's histories, predating and surviving through the era of colonization and forced displacement. It's a reminder that history is multifaceted and complex, and that the narratives we've been taught are often oversimplified or skewed to fit a particular agenda. We need to challenge these narratives, question them, and seek out the voices that have been silenced or overlooked. In essence, Dr. Winter's perspective underscores the importance of recognizing the complexities of these communities' identities and the crucial role they played in the historical landscape of the United States. It's a call to action for us to reevaluate our understanding of history, to challenge the narratives we've been taught, and to acknowledge the indigenous Black populations and their contributions. It's time to question, learn, and appreciate the rich and diverse tapestry of our shared histories, as Dr. Winters encourages us to do. This journey through America's hidden Black past is just beginning. If this glimpse into a world lost to time has captured your imagination, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Lastly, for more information about the names and subjects mentioned in this video, get your copy of the Amazon best-selling book series, 19 White Men Who Admitted There Were Indigenous Black People in the Americas, and 13 Black Scholars Who Admitted There Were Black People in the Americas Before Columbus by Chase McGee. Link in the description. Stay curious and keep exploring.